Today, I'm going to explain the most popular question this week regarding the phrasal verb put on. So many people have approached me in person and here online expressing their confusion about this phrase. But I think it's not that this phrase or any other phrasal verbs, it's not that they have an issue, but I think it's the understanding and identifying them and how to use them correctly in a conversation. So with that said, I'll first explain what a transitive verb is, because I think that is fundamental to understand the phrase put on, and other phrasal verbs that are transitive. But before that, I would like to thank and give a shout out to one of our subscribers who had so many questions about phrasal verbs, most particularly the phrase put on. I appreciate you for being bold enough to ask questions through this platform, and that tells me that you are dedicated to improve your English skills and courageous enough to express your questions in writing, and with that character, you'll be successful, so don't stop learning. What's up everyone, welcome to Phrasebook.English. My name is Ruby, thanks for tuning in and learning English with me. For those of you that are new to this channel, I've been an English teacher here in Japan for over 14 years. In this channel, I'll be walking you through some practical English lessons. I'll also be giving you some tips and tools as to how to improve your English skills, so keep tuning in. Now, would you understand if I say, I like? I like. Now, you might ask, you like what? Correct. Saying I like doesn't make any sense because it is incomplete. Why is this sentence incomplete? If I say I like, I'm not telling you anything about what I like. There's no other information. I'm not giving you any other additional information what I like, right? So this sentence is incomplete because like is a transitive verb, and a transitive verb needs an object after it to complete the sentence. So if you have a transitive verb, it needs to be followed with an object. Now the object after a transitive verb can be a noun or a pronoun. So you see, if you have a verb in a sentence, it needs to have an object, and it could either be a noun or a pronoun. I like coffee. Now, the sentence is complete, and we can understand the meaning. I added the object coffee after the verb. Coffee is a noun. We have here a subject plus transitive verb plus object. The sentence is complete. So, a transitive verb has an object. And if there's something that you need to remember about transitive verb, it is this. Transitive verb has an object. A transitive verb is a verb that can take a direct object. In other words, the action of a transitive verb is done to someone or to something. And most verbs are transitive. And it is the same with transitive phrasal verbs. They take a direct object. They require an object to complete their meaning. It cannot stand on its own. A sentence would be incomplete if there's no object after it. Now, phrasal verbs are verbs that are made up of two words. A verb plus particle. A particle is either an adverb or preposition. For example, took out. If I say I took out, does that mean anything to you? No, right? I took out what? This sentence is incomplete. You're probably wondering what I took out. Always remember that when a phrasal verb is incomplete, that it is a transitive phrasal verb. So we need an object after it to complete the sentence. The object of a transitive phrasal verb can be a noun or a pronoun. I took out the trash. Now the sentence is complete. Now, let's go back to the phrasal verb put on. This phrasal verb has several meanings, but let's just focus on put on as in to start wearing or fit clothes on your body. The word put itself is a transitive verb. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, most verbs are transitive. Now, the phrasal verb put on its own don't mean anything. If I just say put on, it doesn't mean anything. Please put on. Please put on. That doesn't mean anything. We need an object to complete the sentence. Please put on your coat. Now that makes sense, right? The sentence is more understandable and there's an object, so it's correct. Please put on your coat before you leave the house. Another example. Please turn off. What should I turn off? Turn off what? Turn off the light? Turn off the fan? Turn off the computer? What? So, do you see where I'm coming from? If a phrasal verb is incomplete, it is a transitive verb. And if it's a transitive verb, we need an object to complete the sentence. Please turn off the light. Please turn off the fan. Now, some transitive phrasal verbs allow an object to be placed either between the verb and particle or after the entire phrasal verb. These verbs are called separable phrasal verbs. Let's get back to our example. Please put on your coat. Put on is a transitive verb and it can be separated. So we have two choices on how to separate them. First, we can put the object at the end of a sentence, like our example. Also, choice number 2, we can put the object between the verb and the preposition or particle. Please put your coat on. You see where the object is? The object is in the middle and the particle or the preposition on is at the end. There's a third option. We can replace the object with a pronoun object. Now, your coat is an object. It is a thing. It's not a person. And it is singular, meaning only one coat. What is the pronoun for an object? Is it he, she, or it? Yes, it is an object, it is a thing, so we use it. So in this example, we have just replaced the phrase your coat, which is the object, into a pronoun, and we can therefore say, please put it on, and it is correct. It is a pronoun and it is placed in the middle. With this type of verb, if the object is a pronoun, the pronoun must go in the middle of the phrasal verb between the verb and particle or preposition. It's always like that. It's in the middle. When using a pronoun, you cannot say, please put on it. It must be placed in the middle. Now, for this week's questions from one of our subscribers, why is these sentences wrong? My brother puts the blanket me on. My brother puts on me it. Based on what I just mentioned earlier, always check if the phrasal verb is transitive or intransitive. Transitive phrasal verbs cannot stand on their own. In this example, we know that put on is a transitive phrasal verb, but which one is the object here in this example? Now the object here is the blanket. Following the rules, this sentence is incorrect because we need to put the object between the verb and the preposition or particle. My brother puts a blanket. The blanket is the object, and then followed with the preposition on me. Now, don't get confused with the word me at the end of the sentence, because me is the receiver of the blanket. And always remember to put the object between the verb and the preposition or particle. And the main reasons why these two sentences is a bit odd or strange, it's because put on means to start wearing. Well, you don't wear a blanket. You wrap a blanket. You put the blanket over your body. So it is best to say that my brother wrapped a blanket on me because I was running a fever and I was cold. My brother put a blanket over me. Now, knowing how to identify whether a phrasal verb is a transitive, intransitive, separable, or inseparable is powerful, so you know how to complete your sentences, and it will all slowly make sense if you just pay attention to them. Now, check out my previous lessons on phrasal verbs at the end of this video. I'm encouraging you all to ask questions. Leave a comment down below. I will find the time to respond. Well, make sure to subscribe, give this channel a thumbs up, and make sure to click that bell icon so you won't miss anything out from me. Strive for progress, not perfection. Have a good one. Phrasebook.English, signing off.